Hey, bonjour tout le monde. Hello everybody. Today we're going to talk about the pronom interrogative complex, the complex interrogative pronoun. And I'm sure you've seen them before. It's one of them is qu'est-ce que. And this construct, you see that a lot in books whenever there is a dialogue between two people or whatever, or you see it a lot in spoken French. You don't really see it in written French, but yeah, so if you read books with dialogue, you're gonna see it a lot. So I was reading this bande dessinée French comic book, just a one page, and qu'est-ce que appears twice in one page. So it tells you that it happens quite a bit. So qu'est-ce que. So let's do a little bit of grammar first. Okay, so the pronoun interrogative complex depends on the function it has in the sentence. So it can be sujet, it can be COD, it can be COI, or it can be CC. So sujet, subject, COD, complément objet direct, COI, complément objet indirect, CC, complément circonstanciel. And today I will only talk about the first two. This I'm not going to talk about, otherwise the videos are too long. And then it depends whether you're talking about human, people, or non-human. So anything else, so like an object, thought, stuff like that, anything that's not a person. So if the function is sujet and you're talking about humans, persons, you say qui, that's an I here. Hold on. So qui est qui est-ce qui? Qui est-ce qui? Okay, exemple. Qui est-ce qui parle? Qui est-ce qui parle? So who is talking? Who is talking? Qui est-ce qui parle? Who is talking? So you assume it's a person. But you could also say more directly, qui parle? Okay? This is more used in the spoken, all that thing. And so qui est, the whole thing, qui est qui is subject of parle, talk, say, parler. So this is subject, the whole thing. Okay, so subject. Qui est-ce qui parle? For a person, and when it's a COD, it's going to be qui est-ce que. So the only difference is this guy. That's the only difference. Qui est-ce que? Example. Qui est-ce que tu vois? So who are you seeing? Who are you seeing? But you could also say qui vois-tu? Okay, same thing. One is a little bit more it's not that it's more formal, it's just that this is more in spoken French, the qui est-ce que. So the whole thing, qui est-ce que is COD of tu vois, you see. Okay. So qui est-ce que. Now, if you're talking about a thought, an object, anything that's not a person, here you say qu'est-ce qui, and here it's qu'est-ce que. Okay, so it's the same thing. Okay, so here the Q, it should be que est. Yeah, this is a dash here, by the way. So que est blah blah blah, but the E is removed and you put an apostrophe because this is a vowel here. Okay, so it's called elision in French. Elision. When you lose that E. So qu'est-ce que. So in our case we're gonna look into this one. That's what happens in our case. Qu'est-ce que. So let's go back to that cartoon. Okay, so let me just increase the size. That's good enough, I think. So I'm going to translate first. So you read in this order. This one first, that one, and then that one. Or maybe it's this order. Hold on, maybe it's this one first, that one, and then that one. Yeah, I think it's correct. You do this one, so you go like this. Okay. Okay, so et quelques instants plus tard, and a few moments later, et quelques instants, so il y a liaison here, quelques instants plus tard. C'est la catastrophe, horrible. Horrible is the name of the guy, this guy. Il ne reste que les sacs de vêtements achetés ce matin par le scélérat et ses quelques armes. Okay. So it's a catastrophe, horrible. Only the bags of clothes bought this morning by le scélérat. Scélérat is like I don't know, like a thief or something like that. So only the bags and these few weapons remain. Il ne reste, it means there remains. Okay, so il ne reste, there remain only blah blah blah. So here I was turning it upside down, but okay. Il ne reste, there remains only, there remain blah blah blah. Not that interesting anyway. Then okay, so this is what's interesting us. I'm just going to translate this. Le trésor, est-ce possible que vais-je devenir? So the treasure, is it possible? What am I gonna become? What am I gonna become? Okay, so this one. Okay. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Qu'est-ce que c'est? So you have the qu'est-ce que and c'est. This is basically a canned expression. It's a canned expression. So you don't even have to look at this because it doesn't really correspond to anything. It's not like it's a COD. So it's just a canned expression. Yeah, I should have put example for this. I forgot. Okay, let me go. Okay, so qu'est-ce que c'est? So what is it? It's a canned expression. Don't try to understand why it's not key here. It's just the way it is. Qu'est-ce que c'est? So what is it? And then que se passe-t-il? What's happening? Que se passe-t-il? What's happening? He could have said this also. Instead of que se passe-t-il? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Okay. So you use qui because the whole thing here is the subject of se passe. Se passer. So this is pronominal form of passé, to happen. Reflexive form in English. Form pronominal because of the se. So form pronominal in French. Form pronominal, and it's a reflexive form in English. Reflexive form. Okay. So he could have said this. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? What's happening? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Okay, so I forgot to give an example for this. So I just did one. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Qu'est-ce qui se passe when the qu'est-ce qui is subject of the verb, and I didn't do the when it's a qu'est-ce que j'entends. Where am I going to put? I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put it here. So example of this one. Okay? Example of this one. Qu'est-ce que j'entends? Qu'est-ce que j'entends? What am I hearing? So j'entends is coming from entendre, to hear. Qu'est-ce que j'entends? So qu'est-ce que is COD of this one. COD. So that's why you use que. Okay? So be careful. If it's okay, so if I'm looking only at this one, non-humans, you use qui if it's sujet, and you use que if it's COD. Okay? So here's another example from that same comic book, same page. Oh, hold on. I think this is okay. So I'm going to read it. Tiens, comme c'est gros. Mais qu'est-ce que cela peut bien être? Ça y est, je l'ai. Bon sang que c'est lourd. Bon sang que c'est lourd. I'm going to try to translate. Tiens, tiens is just interjection. It's like, like, I don't know. Tiens, I don't know what to translate. Comme c'est gros, it's so big. But so you have the qu'est-ce que again here. Qu'est-ce que cela peut bien être? But what can this be? What can this be? Ça y est, it means I got it. Ça y est, I got it. je l'ai, same thing, I got it, I have it, je l'ai, I have it. Bon sang que c'est lourd, bon sang que, it's just an expression, it's like my god, it's so heavy. Something like that. Lourd is heavy. So again, it's like that first one. It's like before it was qu'est-ce que c'est, qu'est-ce que c'est, and here is, which is pretty much the same. Qu'est-ce que cela peut être? But it's basically the same thing in terms of functions. In terms of the function, okay, it's kind of canned. You cannot really explain why it's que when you look at those rules. You just have to accept it that it's que. Okay, so we just look at qu'est-ce que c'est. Again, it's a canned expression. Qu'est-ce que c'est? You can even do something like that. Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette histoire? Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette histoire? When you don't know what's going on and you are like totally surprised. Mais qu'est-ce que c'est que cette histoire? What's going on? And there are other words you can use instead of cette histoire that are more slang, I would say, like ce bordel. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce bordel? Bordel is bordelo, by the way. So that don't use it. It's very slangy. So don't use it in a formal sentence, in a formal setting, please. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce bordel? Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette histoire? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Okay, so that's you hear that a lot in spoken French. Okay, so I think I'm gonna stop here. Okay, I'll do one more. Qu'est-ce que c'est que tu racontes? Instead of saying qu'est-ce que c'est que tu racontes? What are you saying? Instead of saying que racontes-tu, which basically means the same thing. Que racontes-tu? You can also say qu'est-ce que tu racontes? So que racontes-tu? In spoken French, you will hear it. Que racontes-tu? But not very often. You will see it in written French, but this one you will hear it all the time in spoken French, even though it's so many words. Qu'est-ce que tu racontes? Mais qu'est-ce que tu racontes? If you want to be use a bit of slang, you can say qu'est-ce que tu me chantes? Qu'est-ce que tu me chantes? What are you singing to me? It's the same meaning. Qu'est-ce que tu me chantes? Qu'est-ce que tu me chantes? Qu'est-ce que tu me chantes? Okay. Qu'est-ce que tu me chantes? What are you singing to me? And as you can see here, you have the inversion, so the verb is before the subject, and here you don't have the inversion. Okay, so here the subject is before the verb. So here inversion, and here no inversion. So no inversion, and here you have inversion. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop here. So if you like this kind of content, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll do more. If you have any question, just put your question in the comment. So until the next video, bye.